What is up? We are here. It is Sunday, and I'm coming back from a messy garage here. I'm sitting in my messy garage, and I just decided to take a break and bring on Miss Emily, Miss DJ Mermaid, with me to talk some shop. We just got the vinyls in for the. I'm gonna show it right here. The Charring the Rotting Earth record, which you can see here. Dude, there's like literally no dings in it, no nothing. Like there's no scuffs. You're a record collector like me. Like when you get like scuffs in your fucking records or scratches, there's none of that. It's like pristine 180 gram vinyl on a 45 RPM, thing. So it sounds the best that it could sound. It was actually remastered for vinyl too, but I just wanted to showcase this before we get into our topic today. So I'm going to whore myself out if you guys don't mind out in the ethers, and hopefully everyone's having a good, a good day so far, a good weekend. And we're going to talk some music talk and shoot the shit for a while. So, Miss Emily, are you ready?
Yeah, I will say yours might come with no dings and stuff. I'll be the judge on Tuesday when my vinyl gets here.
Okay, we can do that.
I'll be the judge. I'll be comparing and be like, he was right the whole time.
Well, they sent me extra cases too, though, so I can always sign the one that has a ding in it for you. You can put it on a wall, and I'll just give you a pristine copy. So I have tons of them. Now, I just wanted to showcase. So here's the sleeve. All right.
It's beautiful.
Like I said, it's really strange and awesome at the same time that I actually have two records now on vinyl. But this is obviously the latest, and just wanted to showcase it. What is actually coming inside of it. So this is the front. You can see it. Back. And we are gracious enough to include one of each of these stickers in anything that you get from the band or whatever. So we and the label. So they're offering these stickers with it. And then this killer poster. So I know you already have one. So this doesn't really apply to you, Emily, but just wanted to showcase it for everybody else. So there's their poster that you get with the vinyl itself. Yeah, but check this out. So it's like totally comes in one of those. Remember those sleeves or whatever? That fucking, it's not like it's not really a paper sleeve, but it's like it's got plastic in it. See, there's like plastic around it, stuff like that. So these are the center labels. And it's actually really heavy, so 180 gram vinyl on black. Hopefully, one of these days it'll be on a splatter or something. I think that'd be really cool.
I'll have to buy two then.
I would have to buy two then too. So there you go. That is available if everybody's watching. Everything's scrolling on the screen there at Bandcamp and of course No Life Till Metal Records. So anyway, that's my spiel. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Really excited to have them. I've been putting together 100 of them or whatever all day. So I decided to take a break and bring you on here and talk some shop. So what do we got going on today?
Well, didn't you say we're doing the top 5 10s, 2010s? What was it exactly?
Well, these are our records that we kind of like still listen to, and they're all from the 10s. But I just wanted to do 5 of our favorites because there's so many great records out there. Obviously, these are 5 of our favorites.
Oh yeah,
so to speak, or whatever. So, why don't you start this time?
All right. I don't know if you actually like this one, but I love this one, and it's Clockwork Angels from Rush.
Okay. It's a great one.
It came out in 2012. I got to see them on this tour, actually. My mom surprised me with front row tickets to go see them, and Geddy Lee was like right in front of me all night, dude.
I was going to say, I think I saw him on that tour, or was that the Time Machine tour a couple of years before that? I know I saw him twice. I saw him on the last tour they ever did and the Time Machine tour, but that was probably a little bit before. But that is an actual great record.
Where'd you see him on the where did you see him at for the not this last one but the one before?
Irvine Meadows.
Then it was a Time Machine tour because this one was I know this one was at the Honda Center.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I've never seen Rush in a indoor setting. I've only seen them outdoors, and they were awesome every time.
I've only seen them in one indoor setting, and it was, of course, the Honda Center. And they still do. They still had all their amazing setup. It was sick.
What do you like about that specific record? Like, obviously you keep going back to it, right? That's kind of like the format. It's like records we kind of keep going back to. So what does that one do for you?
Well, for me, it was the last one they came out with before before they ended, of course. Well, they ended a few years later, but this was like the last record they came out with. Headlong Flight is fucking amazing. The bass, dude, the bass and the drums always clicks me in on a band. And as you know, Geddy and Neil fucking roll. And for me, Headlong Flight, Caravan, all those songs just pull me in every time. I could listen to Headlong Flight, play it right after each other. I could just keep playing it all day. For me,
Is that the song that they use that same chord in Cygnus, or is that Far Cry? I keep getting them confused.
that I don't
know. Okay, there's like it was a tribute to their old stuff in Cygnus X1 or whatever. There's always that plow chord. But anyway, they brought it back for a record. I thought it was one of the later ones. Maybe it's Far Cry, the song Far Cry. Anyway, that's a great choice. I like that one. More rock based, but you still enjoy it to this day, so it still counts.
Plus, they're my favorite band ever, so.
That is true. I mean, how could you? I don't know. How could you not pick Rush? So I didn't because I don't have any of those later records, but good choice.
Nice. Let's see.
Absolutely. Yours. All right. So I'm going to show this one on. It's only made on CD. They only made it on CDs, but this is Fog of War with Here Lies Humanity. Great speed metal record, great Bay Area speed metal record, I should say, from a new band. Yeah, Bay Area, they don't just have fucking 80s speed metal. I'm sorry to tell all you guys, but this is a new band that fucking rules. It's more of like a power. It's like a power thrash band, I would say. Do you know what I mean? Like what? Yeah. Like not like what Armored Saint is, but it's a band that like you can't. I can't really define them. I just say power thrash, like what a Heretic is, or like I don't know, like a Metal Church. Like I can't define them, so I just say power thrash because that's what they are. So, but yeah, there's the Glow is really really awesome. No Evacuation. They Live We Sleep is obviously about They Live, John Carpenter's They Live. So really enjoy this record. It's recorded beautifully. I wish they made another one after this. Hopefully they still. I've been hearing that they still are. So we'll absolutely see, but for now, this is Here Lies Humanity.
Nice. That's pretty cool, dude. That's a really good pick. You ready for my pick?
I am.
I picked Ghost. I felt this one brought like a lot of like stuff to the 2010s. Like this band became really they came out in like 2010, became really big in 2010, and I feel like they just brought a whole new thing to like the metal scene that wasn't there anymore. And plus, I actually enjoy the whole like gimmick, which is you didn't know who was playing. Well, you actually don't know who the band's playing, but you know who the singer is now. But I've always enjoyed that whole gimmick. It's like a Kiss gimmick,
Interesting. Well, you still don't know who's playing in that band, right?
No, I think you know who the singer is. It's Tobias something.
Yeah, he's from that death metal band. What is it called again? He played in a death metal band in like the 90s or 2000s. I can't remember what it was. Really?
I remember.
Yeah.
I just remember really when I remember like that, like to his like, he was a mystery for a while, and then on accident Nurgle from Behemoth post something about Ghost, like he said like a title from one of their tracks, and like after that he deleted it immediately, and everyone's like, dude, that's the guy from Ghost. I don't know if you remember that.
No. Not really. That's an album I should have picked. I just don't own it. Is the Satanist, because I know that album is fucking huge.
It's amazing. I don't have that. I would have picked that. I don't have it though. That was like I was like, fuck, damn it.
Right. But like I said, I don't. The rule is if we don't own it, it doesn't count. So
yeah. So I couldn't count it. I counted whatever I have, and I thought I picked some pretty good ones, I guess.
Absolutely. So now, what do you like about that record? What's some of the tracks off of it?
Well, I remember when they were recording it, they had it like where you could go while they're recording it for the song Secular Haze, and like when they were putting it together, so they started off with, I don't know, we'll say, well, you have to start off, I think it was drums, and then they brought bass, and then they did, the whole thing, and they have it together, and all of a sudden they put it together, and you're like, whoa, dude, it just showed all the cool things they had to do it. That song's great. Secular Haze, Year Zero, Monstrous Clock, Zombie Queen. All those, dude. It's a fantastic, from this record from start to finish is amazing. That's my opinion.
I thought they were truly awful live, so I'm not a fan.
They're fucking great live. I saw them twice with Maiden and once by themselves, and they sold out that night. They were fucking great, and the singer's funny.
Yeah, I saw them open for Maiden, and I thought they were just so boring. They fucking bored me to death. So,
what?
And it was on that. Oh, what tour was that at? It was at Glen Hellen. It was probably the same. Huh?
Book of Souls.
Yeah, and yeah, they put me to sleep, so I can't get in. I can't get into Ghost. I don't get it.
It's funny. So my friend flaked out, so I brought my dad to the 2 of those shows because I always do back-to-backs with Maiden. And my dad, okay, so they come on, and you know how they're dressed all Satanist looking. My dad's like, what the fuck are we watching? And I'm like, Dad, it's just Ghost. And he's like, I don't want to be part of something Satanist kind of thing. And I'm like, Dad, it's just a show, gosh. And he's like, and so we went back to the beer garden and went to go get beers because he's like, I can't be part of this. So we waited to go back.
He might have been put to sleep like I did. So yeah,
maybe he was pretty drunk, so he probably would have passed out from tiredness and drunkenness. And boredness. But I like them live. I enjoy them.
All right. Now, yeah, I just don't, like I said, I just don't get it. I don't get Ghost at all. And I might be a minority in that thing, but just
no, there's a lot of people.
Musically speaking, they're a pop band that's like wants to be Kiss and Blue Oyster Cult, but they're not. So I don't know. It's just not my thing.
My friends are like, they look cool, but they don't sound like that. They sound like Blue Oyster Cult. I don't understand.
I don't think they sound like Blue Oyster Cult at all.
That's what my tattoo artist is like, dude. They look cool, but they sound like Blue Oyster Cult.
I don't see that connection at all for some reason. But like I said, to each their own. So I'm glad you like that record and picked it and still enjoy it to this day. That's cool. Is that their second record or first? No. First was, okay. And what does the cover represent? I think it's like they're always based on like movies, right?
I think so, actually. That I never really took the time to like. I like them. I like their music. I don't know like their whole backstory or why. Sorry,
I'll get knowledgeable on it. I don't. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. All right, we might have picked the same record, but I don't care. It defined the later half of the 2010s for me, and this is Power Trip with Nightmare Logic. I still enjoy this to this day. Obviously, rest in peace to Riley Gale. But yeah, it's just super, I don't know, crunchy and heavy, and it's definitely like a 1980s sort of thrash record. You know, it's just recorded absolutely super well. I think it was like the #1 record for 2017. The fucking riff to gosh darn it, what is it? Waiting Around to Die absolutely crushes. Ruination fucking rules. Obviously, Executioner's Tax. So I can't have a list of the 10s without including Nightmare Logic. So there you go.
I would have picked that, but it still hasn't came in. I'm waiting for it to come in, so I couldn't count it. It's one of those deals. Same with the whole Behemoth thing. I wish that would have totally made my list, but it didn't because I don't have it.
It's a good record.
It should be here eventually. I promise.
I bet you it's really expensive too. Since ever since a musician dies or something, usually the records are just astronomically, insanely priced or overpriced.
That's what happens, dude. When I already know, so I've looked up prices for Van Halen, even though I have almost all of them on vinyl. Now they're so I could get them for $10, maybe 15 tops. Now they're triple the price, and I'm like, I ain't spending no $40 on some 1984 bullshit. Well, I mean, I didn't spend it on that one time when I showed it, but Still, it's the prices like on the internet. They're going up and up and up. That's what happens when you die.
Yeah.
So my next one is Gojira.
Ooh, ooh, it's a great band.
Dude, this is Magma is a fucking sick record. I've seen them on this tour. Fucking sick, dude. They fucking kill live.
How was that record compared to the heaviest matter on this earth or whatever?
You mean? Hold on, I have it right.
Yeah. How is it as compared to that one?
I think this is a really good record, but I don't know. This one I always go back to. This is like always like one that plays like in my car all the time.
Interesting. Okay, what about it draws you in?
The drums.
Okay.
And their whole like their little slide guitar thing. They go, that's like one of their huge things that from them.
Well, I mean, but is it like what do the songs do for you? I don't understand it. So it's like the drums. That's cool.
Well, the drums and the bass always pull me in, like, and they always have like sick drums in all their songs for me. And for me, it's like I always have to go back to them just because they have amazing, like their drummer rules.
I know that, but I'm saying like, so what do the songs do for you?
What do you?
What do they do for
what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? So like, why would you listen to the record just for the bass and drums?
Well, and the vocals roll. I mean, everything
like,
about them, all their musicianship is fucking like it's good. Like the vocals kill, the guitar's good, the drums are good, the bass is good, all of it.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I dig it. So I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just genuinely curious why that specific record. So, cool. Am I up?
Yes, you are.
All righty. So this is Portrait with Burn the World. This album is fucking great. If you're in like King Diamond, Merciful Fate era stuff, this record is for you. Just absolutely crushing title track on it. It's the opening track. Like I said, it has like a Merciful Fate kind of vibe, so that's why it gravitates towards me, because I like that King Diamond and Merciful Fate era stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the vocals aren't as high. There's just it's so evil sounding. The tone of the guitar just everything about it just crushes. It's very different from their previous efforts. So I'm always going back to this one just because of the songwriting on here. I felt is like just top notch. I think the riffs, and they're a 3-piece band.
Whoa, that's insane.
Yeah, they're a 3-piece band, and I think they're from Sweden or Switzerland. I always forget. But yeah, definitely go check this out. This came out in I believe 2017. I always get the dates confused, but yeah, there you go. Portrait, Burn the World. Go get it.
I haven't heard of them, but I definitely gonna have to check them out if they have a King Diamond Merciful Fate sound. Those are two fucking amazing bands for me.
Absolutely.
Well, this one is one I picked. This is LA Guns. It has Tracy Guns and Phil Lewis back together, and they came out with a record. And it's phenomenal. They had Michael Grant on guitar, which he has his own little gig right now because he got fired. But yeah, I thought this was cool that they came back, and they came back hard. They came back kicking. This is fucking amazing. It's the missing piece. They have some amazing tracks on it, like The Devil Made Me Do It, Don't Bring a Knife to a Gunfight. Speed's that was the single they came out in a video that they came out with. I like it.
Interesting. Now that guitar player that got let go or whatever, he replaced Tracy Guns on the other version, right? But they kept him in. I think Tracy came back, but they just kept the guy that replaced Tracy just to have two guitar players, from my understanding.
So what happened is Phil Lewis they split, as you know. Well, I mean, I think there's 3 LA Guns at that point, but there's Phil Lewis and Tracy Guns. Phil Lewis had his own thing, had Michael Grant as guitar. Then Phil Lewis and Tracy Guns sorted their shit out, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna keep Michael Grant." And then I think like an ego trip or something happened, and then they butt heads or something, and then he got fired or something.
But he didn't even know he didn't
He
even
didn't know he got
really.
fired. That's a crazy thing. Like, I think something pissed Phil Lewis off, and or so like I've heard, and all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, I got fired for I don't know what reason."
Yeah, that was a weird thing. I remember when that happened like a year or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. But so
Yeah.
I haven't checked out that specific LA Guns record. But would you say it's a great comeback record, or would it be a comeback record, or considered one?
I would consider it because of the fact that Phil Lewis and Tracy Guns came back together and basically made a record, and that was their first record together in a long time. So I consider it a comeback because I feel like, in my opinion, I'm going to say that in my opinion, that Tracy Guns and Phil Lewis are LA Guns.
So you
Like,
don't like the Steve
opinion.
Riley version?
Hmm?
So you don't like the Steve Riley version?
I haven't listened to it. Not gonna
I've
lie, I
heard
have not taken the time to listen to it. I'm a huge Phil Lewis fan.
Well, because my point in all this is most people when they associate people with bands, it's always a singer or guitar player. It's never the drummer, hardly ever the drummer, I should
Or
say,
the bass player.
or the bass player. So
In that version, the bass and drummer, right?
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, you guys probably are a solid rhythm section, but are you guys really LA Guns? You don't have the vocals.
but not even that. But like these people, and it's a quick cash grab. I totally get why they do it. It just the integrity of the band just goes out the window for me. Like I don't listen to LA Guns because of the integrity of having two different fucking versions.
That's how like 90% of the 80s scene is now. Like you have, if you don't have two versions, did you guys really make it in the 80s? That's what it seems like.
Right. Right.
And it's sad, but it is what it is.
But even like these solo artists going out and like doing their old band's catalog because that's
Like
all they have.
Tom Kiefer's doing Cinderella. I've seen that.
Vince Neil's singing every third word of Motley Crue tunes.
Oh,
Bret
dude, I saw
Michaels.
them. I saw Vince Neil like 2 years ago because my dad's obsessed with him, and we go and we're like, I think it's at the Rose or something, but one of those places. And all of a sudden, he disappears off stage, and you hear someone in the background. He probably went to go eat some ribs, and we're just laughing so hard because he disappeared for like 20, 30 minutes, and the band just playing like Led Zeppelin covers. I was like, I didn't sign up for this or spend $100 for this.
Hee haw.
100
You don't like
Oh,
all that stuff?
have you seen the videos where like it says the lyrics underneath and it's like all fucked up, like how he's singing it?
Honestly, if you're one of those people that likes to spend $80 to go see a singer like him sing every third word, you're a fucking fool. I don't know why anybody would want to see Vince Neil solo band. I get the Motley Crue thing because you get three other guys or whatever that I've
Yeah,
had history with, but who the fuck goes to see Vince Neil solo? And I guess you just answered my question. So
I go with my dad, so I guess I am a fool, but it's with my dad. So
and
like I'm going to see Motley Crue with my dad in like I think it's next year if it happens.
dude, and you're gonna be so bummed out because I know Def Leppard is not what they used to be either.
Dude, they suck. I saw them a few years ago with Kiss, and I was like, no wonder why you guys opened up for Kiss. No wonder. I was bummed out. I was like, dude, I mean, and it was even the drummer that was lagging. It was the vocals. I'm like, man, I was thinking the drummer, I mean, one arm,
Dude,
but
no, Rick Allen really stepped up
he
after
did, dude.
losing his arm or whatever. I like, a lot up until Hysteria. I liked, but I just think Joe Elliott needs to retire, and so does
He
Vince
does.
Neil, and so does a lot of bands.
Well, I heard they got paid a really pretty penny to come back, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
why they came back.
that's why they have no integrity. Motley Crue doesn't have integrity for me anymore. Ever since then, so
I
why
just
would
go
I
because
spend
that was like my favorite band as a kid. Same with Kiss. That's why I still spend $1 million to go.
I know because of the nostalgia and everything
Yeah.
else.
I'm one of those people. I like the nostalgia, and it makes me feel fucking cool that night. Yeah, we're going to see Motley Crue, and then you're just like, Okay.
Yeah,
Have fun.
I'm one of those guys. I'm like, have at it.
So don't
Go
get you a
enjoy it.
shirt next year?
No, I'm good on it. I appreciate it though, but I can't do it. When I went and saw Ted Nugent, he actually fucking ruled live. So that's why I went to see Ted Nugent. No politics, no bullshit. Just watch him play his fucking guitar and rule. And that's what you want out of a band. I don't want to see a band suck, dude. You don't want to see a shell of a band, you know?
Oh, I
Like
agree.
like if you're going to see Merciful Fate next year, like I understand that because King Diamond still fucking rules.
And they're gonna have Joey Vera from Armored Saint on guitar, bass. I almost said guitar. Well, same close enough. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and then you get obviously is it Hank Sherman or is it Denon?
That I haven't really paid attention to who's still in the band. That's
Jeez.
where I kind of like.
All right. Then we'll move on. And that was my little rant for today. I don't get it. I don't get why people would spend that much money on a fucking nostalgia act. But hey, I digress. I'm gonna move on to something current, relevant, and probably even more awesome. I really love this record. This is Enforcer with From Beyond. No, it is not the Massacre record. But it does have the same title. Which again, I love the cover of it. I love all the songs. The title track fucking rules. Great songwriting on this record. To me, this is like the peak of Enforcer because the album they released after just was awful in my opinion and didn't get anything from it. So, but I stick with this. So there you go.
Nice. That's a good pick, dude. I switched my pick immediately because I was like, man, I kind of want someone else's. These but it was right there, so it was an easy pick. So I decided to pick Courage.
Oh, good one. Good one.
This is a great record. I barely got into them. I want to say like 2-3 years ago, and I got into them seeing them live, and their fucking live set is amazing. And the dude, the singer, he makes his own masks. That's one of his deals. And then they have like this like mannequin on stage, and like dude, he like so there's a song called Blood Queen, which is off this record, and he grabs a knife and he goes like this, and all this blood starts falling like all over the body of the mannequin. He's all licking it off.
Yeah, it's probably like it's probably like food coloring and jelly.
Oh, dude, but dude, they put on a hell of a show. They're probably because they don't come here often, probably visa reasons. That's my guess. But they put on a show. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out next time they roll through because they just came out with a new record this year. So once this all goes away, they'll fucking probably come back over here.
I know. I'm excited to see them again. I saw them at Malone's.
Oh, you seen them?
Yeah, I saw them at I saw them at Malone's and they absolutely crushed. So.
Oh, they fucking kill. So you've seen the whole like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When they last came here, which was 2018.
I think.
I could be wrong about that.
But I think anyway. So. It wasn't last year. It was probably the year before last or something like that.
Right. Yes, because they played with I can't remember what other band.
Wolfheart, right?
Yes, I saw that tour.
That was sick, dude. Wolfheart rules.
That was a great band too. They were probably the best band of the night. I like that band a lot.
Which one, Wolfheart or Courage?
What's up?
Which one, Wolfheart or Courage?
Wolfheart. I liked them just absolutely. They were just blazing.
Oh, they came out with the record this year too. But this has to be one of my favorites. I listen to this probably on a weekly basis. Blood Queen rules. Charlie rules. Dude, this is one record I actually could sit down and be like, oh, I'll go to the second record because it's two records. Some records I'm like, fuck that, I'll put on something else. This one I'll listen to both records. Side A, side B, C and C. Side A, side B, C and D. That was really hard.
Are you a fan of records that have like maybe 2 or 3 songs on each side and then have to go up and change it?
It depends on what I'm doing that night, and it depends on if I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
Well, if I'm drinking, I probably don't stick to that whole record unless I have a friend over and they're like, dude, I want to listen to the whole record. Other than that, I probably go song by song, and I'll have like 20 vinyls on my bed. Or if I'm like working on something, sometimes I'll do a whole record and flip, depending on if I don't want to find another record. It depends on the band and the record for me.
Interesting. Okay. Very nice. So, is that like what their least black metal-y album? I don't know anything about their catalog. So,
Well,
what?
there's no bass in it.
Oh, there's no.
It's symphonic black metal, so they have it where the keyboardist actually well he plays he plays keyboards, duh. But they have a keyboardist, they have a drummer, singer, and guitar player. And the singer used to play guitar, but now he just sings. So they have that creepy guy. You saw him. He's fucking the creepiest one out of the whole band. Dude, he is. He's scary. So when I met him, I was like, fuck that. I don't want to go get his autograph.
He's
But
probably the nicest guy in the
dude,
world.
he is. He is. He's super sweet, but he's so scary looking for him, his outfit and like his makeup. But I don't even remember what you asked, but yeah,
what do
it
they
is.
offer?
I guess it's black metal-ish, I think, still, because a lot of their records are concept records about serial killers and like stuff like that. That's what they're into.
That's awesome. So total macabre fucking type of a band there.
Yeah, he's very big on concept records and like horror and like serial killers, and that's what the singer's thing is. That's like one of his favorite things.
Interesting. I like it. I'm gonna have to check it out. So if there's no bass on it, that means they probably play.
Keyboard.
I thought they had a bass player live when I saw him.
It was a guitar player. I paid attention because I'm a bass player, and I got all bummed. I was like, oh, no bass.
Well, this one shouldn't bum you out. Wow, I can't believe we're already almost at the end. This is my last record, so I'm going to preference this and say this is probably the least favorite of this band's career to a lot of people, but it's my absolute favorite of their career to me. And the record I am referring to is Warbringer with Empire's Collapse. I absolutely love this record. It's got Ben Motzman and Jeff Potts from Mantic Ritual, who obviously just reformed, right? They all reformed. So I'm looking forward to definitely hearing some new Mantic Ritual. I always thought
that vinyl, dude.
Well, I always thought that that one record wasn't enough, and obviously they're coming back for more, so it's great. But anyway, I think what this thing offers different in the Warbringer career, there's so much diversity on this record. That's why a lot of people don't like it. Like I'm not a fan of a one-trick pony type thing. Like I don't just want fucking thrash. But this record offers something completely different. It's like a total experience kind of record. That's why I absolutely love it. You got like pop, not even pop punk, but there's some elements of like that in it, and ska, and there's woes in it. I thought that was really cool. This is obviously the last record with John Locks on guitar. And in my opinion, I always felt like he was at the pulse of the Warbringer sound, at least up until this point. And I really feel this is like the peak for me. Like this is the record I always go back to hearing when I want some Warbringer. So there you go. Empire's Collapse, Warbringer.
So my question is, Carlos is on drums?
Yes. Yeah, it's Carlos on drums. And then obviously right after that, John Locks leaves, and they get Adam back on guitar.
I thought that was a pretty good like switch though when they brought Adam when Adam came back. And then like around that time too, like then I think Ben left and Jesse came in, right?
Yes, that's correct. And then obviously
Jeff leaves too.
Yeah, Jeff leaves, and I'm blanking right now.
I know Conan came in for a while, for a second, for like
right, but it's the other guitar. God damn it!
It's the one that's in Ex Mortis.
Chase, yes, Chase came in on guitar for, he's still with him, and yeah, that guy crushes. Anyway,
oh, dude, fuck yeah! I'm hoping with huh?
And like I said, this album literally is like everyone's least favorite from Warbringer, and I think it's the absolute best.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really listened to it because, like, I don't know. and I don't know. It's not. It's just not one of my favorites because it never brought me in, especially the cover. And a lot of the times for me, the covers are like, dude, that's fucking sick, and then I'm just like, okay.
Well, the reason for the cover, and I love this, it's kind of foreshadowing. The band was like done. They wanted out, dude. You know, this was not, this was like, I did an interview with them, like literally right after they kind of like reformed. Because people forget they did break up for like a minute. They or took a hiatus or a break or whatever, but they
Actually,
were
forgot.
exhausted. They were fucking touring 300 days a year for how many years? I mean, that takes its toll. So I totally get it. That's why you kind of see the king, and he's kind of like hunched over, like all exhausted and just done. Um, and it was they were telling me it's like really foreshadowing because we didn't even see that coming.
Dang.
So
Well,
and obviously without Carlos Cruz, the band would be done.
dude, he's a fantastic musician.
One of the best
I
ever.
know.
So
I'm hoping with the whole Manic Ritual thing coming back that they repress that fucking record that they came out with a long time ago because it's such a hard find and you can only get it in Europe. You can only
yeah,
find it in Europe.
you only can get it from like Germany when I looked it up.
Well, Europe's in Germany, but
I know.
yeah,
Most
but it's a hard get and it's not worth it. For me, it's not worth the shipping. I mean, it's an amazing record, but you're gonna spend $40 on the record and then like another 20, $30 to get it here. Not worth it for me. So I'm hoping they repress it and come out with it again.
you never know.
Well,
But
because all they've been posting like old photos, so I'm hoping like they'll get something and then they'll be like, okay, well let's repress this and get it back out because they're gonna of course play some of those songs for sure.
and now I wonder this too if they have to release it on Nuclear Blast again because I know that's the record label that signed them. So
Oh shit!
who knows? I mean, it's been so long.
I wonder if
Hopefully
they.
that happens because it's a great band. So I'm
Well,
really looking
I
forward
wonder if
to it.
they own their stuff or if they don't own their stuff. That's what I wonder.
Chances are, if they're signed to a big label like that, the answer is no. But in return, everybody knows who they are, so that's what you get when, that's kind of the trade off. Um, but there you go. So yeah, well, that's gonna do it for us. Another edition of What's Happening. Miss Emily, thank you very much, seriously, for coming on the show and hanging and talking some shit.
Always, man. Always.
So we'll be back with another topic. Maybe I think and we've been neglecting to do this topic. We'll do a top 5 or 6 of our favorite new wave of thrash metal bands or new wave of thrash metal records. So let us know. And like I said, these are just our opinions. Leave us a like and comment and tell us what your favorites for the 10s were, what defined it for you. And yeah, we're out of here, guys.
All right. Bye.